Hey, barefoot, you can step on those.
Maybe they left them on purpose. Who knows?
Conspiracy theory.
Well, after what happened this week, you might
We
think
start with
that.
the people here, then we continue with Zoom.
Mario, obviously not the result that you wanted tonight. What did you make of the match?
Well, there were a couple of occasions where we're playing in their half, especially that first penalty. Then there's a kickoff and they score a try from it. So it's almost a 10-point differential. And then there's another one where we have a very good chance. I don't know if it's scoring, but we have territory, we're building pressure and we lose the ball and it's a 70-meter try. So I just think that the first couple of tries were pretty easy for them. They didn't have to work a lot for them. And then we started coming back and at one point we're 17-8 and we missed, at that point we missed 8 points with the kicking. So it's difficult when you're running after the score and well, you're not scoring. So yeah.
So those first two issues, do you put those, or those first two tries, do you put those down to ill discipline on your end, or sort of poor handling of the ball? Or?
Yeah, we will have to look at it closely, but there's one definitely is poor handling. Yeah.
You seem to match the Wallabies tonight physically. They were very much, they knew it was going to be a physical contest out there. Do you think you executed the game plan effectively enough tonight, Julian or Mario? Or do you think you kind of strayed away from it at times when you got behind in the game?
Yeah, as Mario said, I think that physically we were where we wanted to be. Our line of the first half wasn't good, and every time we defended our 5 meters with a good defense, they went to the ball, and we defend that, and then we go to a line that we lose the ball, and that defending again. And as Mario said, they didn't work too much the first half to make so many points, and when you can score with our kicking game. But I think that the plan that we had being physically there was good. I need to see the game again, but we need to score more and to be more precise in our balls.
When you start to come back sort of at the back end of that first half and through the sort of early stages of the second half, could you feel the momentum swinging on the field?
Yeah, I think that when you start going forward and you start scoring, the momentum is pretty easy to feel that you are there. Then I think that we need to score more. And as I said, they didn't work too much to make those points in the first half. So once that you start running from the back, it's difficult to come back again. But I'm proud of the team, of the effort that we are bringing there. We need to keep on working.
Mario, you've got one more game in the Rugby Championship next week against Australia. What improvements do you want to see from your side before you tour the Northern Hemisphere?
Well, we've been trying to improve week in, week out, and I think we did. We had a couple of poor games at the beginning of the championship, but the guys were coming back from holidays, and in their preseason they have to play the world champions, so it's never easy. And I think I'm pretty sure we're building from week to week. And one of the goals is to get better. And it's pretty easy to put the finger on what didn't work tonight. So we'll have a quiet beer tonight. There's one more week to go, and we're pretty excited to challenge the Wallabies again next week.
I believe you only had a couple of days or something like that before you played South Africa the first time
But just a week.
Yeah, just a week. So with some of the younger guys that you've got coming through, like Santiago Carreras, what have you made his development as a fly half throughout the Rugby Championship, and is he showing promising signs moving forward as like your lock-in?
Most definitely, and I think even from last week to this week, his kicking game, especially coming out of 50, was pretty good. He only missed once when he went for a 50-20 and he went straight into touch. But either that, I think he's a triple threat, which is pretty interesting.
Any injuries from tonight that you might have concerns for?
Not really, just knocks.
There was no concern. There was an incident in the first half of the HIA.
Yeah, but he's fine. He went through the HIA and he played the second half. So
he passed protocols.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you watching? No.
Yeah.
We're sorry to come back out. Just question.
No, he's all right.
Yeah, you might have
Ready?
questions on Zoom.
Vamos con la prensa argentina, then we continue with the English people by the Zoom. Maxi Domingo, ¿querés arrancar?
Hola Mario, hola Julián, ¿cómo están? Bueno Mario, primero, ¿qué balance hacen del partido? Y segundo, hay un dato de este Rugby Championship que todavía no pudieron superar los 15 puntos en ofensiva, digo, ¿no? ¿Qué análisis haces de ese dato en concreto, Mario?
Mira, sobre todo, quizás no los primeros partidos, pero sobre todo estos últimos, la falta de eficacia nuestra, ¿no? Ya sea con el pie o las oportunidades que tuvimos de marcar, no las transformamos en puntos. Así que sí, te diría que la falta de eficacia, la verdad que no es un dato que nos ponga contentos, sobre todo en un partido que ellos marcan los primeros 2 tries sin trabajar demasiado. Es más, hay uno que empiezan con una pelota perdida nuestra a 70 metros de nuestro gol y termina en try. Pero sí, seguir trabajando, seguir mejorando esa eficacia, ese line a 5 yardas que tuvimos. Después, obviamente, le estamos pidiendo a Bofe que patee, y hace rato que no lo hacía, o en un partido internacional. Y bueno, la semana pasada hizo un 100%, hoy bastante menos, pero nada, seguimos confiando en él.
Luis Chiesa.
Hola Mario, hola Julián. Mario, en los momentos importantes del partido, el equipo comete dos infracciones muy importantes. La segunda es con una tarjeta amarilla cuando el partido iba 17-8. ¿Cómo analizás eso y cómo analizás la obtención del equipo? Capaz en el primer tiempo no fue lo que esperaban, o ya sabían que capaz iban a tener menos obtención que en otros partidos por lo que habían analizado Australia.
No, nunca planteas un partido pensando que vas a tener menos obtención, y es más, me pareció que fue más una equivocación en el canto y por ahí la ejecución en ese primer tiempo, donde perdemos 2 pelotas y una no podemos lanzar. Creo que lo corregimos en el segundo tiempo. Estoy seguro que lo corregimos en el segundo tiempo, pero es algo que nos pasó en varios partidos, el tema de por momentos perder un poco el norte en cuanto a la obtención. Y después sí, lo que vos decís, la verdad que duele, porque fueron 2 jugadas que tenemos ventaja de penal. Hay una que es media rara, porque viste, la primera que dan vuelta viene de un foul play de ellos, y lo dan vuelta, no sé, bueno, después le preguntaré a los referees cómo es ese tema, pero sí, son 2 jugadas que nosotros venimos de marcar puntos, estamos dominando territorialmente el partido, tenemos ventaja de penal y termina en penal para ellos, y nos vamos sin puntos en 17-8, sabiendo que en ese momento ya habíamos cerrado 2 penales y una conversión, así que definitivamente fue un momento muy importante del partido.
Fernando Vergara. Emiliano Soria.
Hi Mario, how are you? Just wanted to ask about Samu Karevi.
Wait, please.
Sorry.
Spanish. And then
Sorry. I thought you said Australian. Sorry, my bad.
Cristian Gómez-Scher.
Attention. Please be advised that the fire panel has turned back to automatic. In an unlikely emergency, if you hear the fire alarm, please treat
Cristian
it as a real
Gómez-Scher.
emergency and evacuate the
¿Algún
venue.
otro en
Thank
Argentina?
you.
Okay, Tom, continue the last one.
Sorry. Hi Mario,
¿Es la última?
Mario, just wanted to ask about Samu Karevi. Obviously, you spoke about his influence and having to look out for him. Is he a different player to when you left the Wallabies in 2017 or even 2019 when you last played him?
I think he's more mature. I think he's more mature and maybe fitter. Maybe fitter from what I remember. He was heavier at the time, but it's just a more mature player. And I think especially in that first half, we struggled a little bit with him. I thought in the second half, he wasn't that influential. Just one thing before we finished. I just want to make a point about what happened this week with the captain's photo. The boys and the staff, we felt really disrespected. Last week, it was supposed to happen last week. Didn't happen because one team pulled out once, the other team pulled out the other time. And then when it was our time we couldn't make it. We were told they weren't supposed to take the picture. And then there was the picture, the video, and then some. So we're not asking for much. Last year when South Africa pulled out, we came over here, went through strict lockdown. We were away from home 3 or 4 months. We're the only team that haven't played at home for more than 2 years. South Africa played at home. Obviously, you guys, you're always playing at home. New Zealand played at home, and we're always traveling, and we never complained. We feel sometimes that we getting treated with disrespect, and we just continue. We cop it in the chin. I don't know if it was Rugby Australia, Sansa, or whatever, but it's just disrespectful, and it hurts. It hurts a lot because we have families, we have kids we haven't seen for ages now, and in a couple of weeks' time we'll be out of our houses again, and the only thing we're asking is to get treated fairly and with respect. And obviously, in this case, it wasn't that way. It wasn't that way, and I don't think that it was too hard to move that and respect as a team, as a nation. I think that rugby has values. I'm sure of it, and they weren't respected here, and nobody seems to care because nobody picked it up. Nobody said anything. I don't see any Australian journalist or South African journalist or New Zealand journalist saying, why is Argentina not in the picture or not in the video? And we have to stay here and cop it in the chin, and it's just not on. It's just not on.
Was there no communication?
Yeah, and the communication was
about it
100%, and the communication was they're not gonna take the picture. That was the communication.
Was there no op in the opening weeks of the Rugby Championship?
Exactly, and the other teams pulled out because we're too far. No, we're training. No, with this. No, with that. And we were all together. We spent 3 weeks in 1 hour radius to get to the picture, and all of a sudden we're 1,400 kilometers away. We cannot get here, and you take the freaking picture.
When was it first? When were you first notified of that?
That they were going for the picture over here.
Yeah.
I don't know when was it. The first time we got notified, like Monday or something, and then there was negotiations and stuff like that. Maybe before.
Something's been lost in translation.
Right.
No, it's too easy. It's too easy. The union spoke to Sansa or Rugby Australia and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, if we're not here, you shouldn't do it, but just by respect. Even let's say there's a lack of lost in translation or whatever, you're making excuses, but let's say it's that way. You should respect. You should say we're not doing that. We're not doing that just by respect to the Argentinian guys that they've been away from home that long, not seeing their families and stuff like that. It's not. I don't think it's a lot to ask. Do you think it's a lot to ask?
No, I don't.
Great.
We can talk.
I'm happy that we agree.
Where do you think these directions are coming from, Mario, in terms of the signaling?
I don't know. Who cares? It's just we were disrespected. They made a video, everybody's joking and having a good time, and our captain is not there. How do you think we feel about that? How would you feel about that?
Equally
If
so.
Australia was treated that way?
Equally so.
Exactly. And let's say again, it was lost in translation. You should have a little bit of common sense and say, guys, we have 4 teams over here. We cannot make a picture and a video with one captain missing, even if it's lost in translation. It's not an excuse, or it's not valid. When you put everything on the table and you think about us, we've been away from home. We played away games for 2.5 years now. in lockdowns, in quarantines, and in bubbles, and you give me lost in translation. Sorry, no, it's not on. It's not on. It's not on.
Mario, how come? I was going to ask Mario, why wasn't the photo taken last week? You said a team couldn't be there. Was that?
Apparently, 2 teams couldn't get there.
To be fair, it was never scheduled for last week. Everyone knows that was never scheduled for last week.
Okay,
It was never.
okay.
Okay. ¿Quieres hacer un breve resumen a la prensa argentina de lo que
Sí, ¿Lo entendieron o quieren que lo diga en castellano?
No, lo entendimos. Si podés, Mario, hacer un breve resumen como para que quede también sobre todo la última parte de la preocupación y la falta de respeto que sintieron como plantel.
Mirá, la verdad que es eso, la verdad que fue algo que supuestamente no se iba a hacer y yo he leído mails y WhatsApps donde claramente se dice que no se iba a hacer, que iba a haber una foto entre Sudáfrica y Nueva Zelanda, pero que no iban a hacer fotos de capitanes con la copa y demás, que obviamente es una foto promocional del campeonato, ¿no? Y después, por alguna razón, se hizo el video y las fotos y falta un capitán. Así que la verdad que, y lo que decía recién, ¿viste? Somos el único equipo que hace 2 años y medio juega de visitante. Hasta Sudáfrica, que estaba peor de COVID que nosotros, jugó de local. Y nosotros no pudimos jugar nunca de local. Lo único que estamos pidiendo es que se nos respete como nación de rugby, que como equipo. ¿Viste? Y me decían recién que, bueno, quizás en el medio se perdió en un problema idiomático. Me parece una excusa que no es válida, porque en realidad si hay 3 capitanes y falta uno, no lo haces. Sobre todo si vos dijiste que no lo ibas a hacer. Así que la verdad que más que enojados, estamos dolidos. Estamos muy dolidos, porque todos hacemos un esfuerzo muy grande por estar acá. Sobre todo los chicos y sobre todo los que son papás y tienen chicos chiquitos y no sé, tenemos jugadores que se perdieron los primeros pasos de su hijo y cosas por el estilo, y en cuarentena y en burbujas que obviamente se agiganta un poco todo, y sobre todo cuando hace más de 2 meses que estamos afuera de casa, ¿no? Así que nada, yo no creo que estemos pidiendo una locura, que se nos respete, que se respete el esfuerzo que hicimos el año pasado ya. Hubo un equipo que no vino el año pasado y nosotros vinimos y estuvimos 3 y hasta 4 meses afuera de casa para poder jugar. La verdad que a mí me genera un orgullo impresionante este equipo, cómo todas ese tipo de adversidades las transforma, no las transforma en excusas, las transforma en motivación para seguir adelante. Pero bueno, la verdad que nada, que lo único que pedimos es un poquito de respeto.
Muchas gracias. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.